Yep, go for it. Okay guys, welcome back. Well, first off, we got some old footage that I'm going to have to play, which unfortunately has the black dot on the lens. So yeah, bear with me with that, and then we'll go back through. Like so yes, that's right. So here's the old footage, and then we're going to come back with what's going on now. Okay. All right, so what we're going to do today, look at that beautiful motor. I like the clear distributor cap. Very nice. We've just been putting this piping around, and you can see it's still a little bit wonky shonky. It's not quite perfect, but it's the old original one. It's just a little bit bumpy. You know, there's not much you can do about it. We did buy some new piping, but it's the wrong colour. It's just like a grey colour. So we thought we'll put the original stuff back in. But you can see it just doesn't want to, you know, you push it in like so, and then you tighten up the bolts up underneath here, and it just pops back out again. So I think what's happened is between each bolt the metal's moved away, so it's not actually pinching it too well. But you know, that's all right. I mean, you know, from 3 feet away it looks fine. We'll do the other one. We've got this one here to put in, and I've just got some hot water in here to try and make it malleable, which it is. I'll try and get this one in as well. That's the last of it anyway. So I will, it's probably not one of the things I can film. It's just tricky trying to get it done. You guys get the gist. You just got to basically force it in and then tighten up the bolts from the inside, and then the job's done. Okay, let's keep moving. Okay, so one of the next jobs we've got to do is inside here, all this upholstery that's just flaking around the corners here. We're just going to try and put some contact adhesive behind it and see if we can't just make that look a little bit nicer. So I'll just put the seat down and crawl in the back here and see how we go. All right, it's a tight little car. Oh, it's actually shrunk. Damn it. Yeah, I don't think it's going to work too good, but we'll try anyway. Not liking our chances here. Probably able to get that back down, but I think it's going to need some heat, because it's this is really hard. It's gone, I think the sun's just damaged it, which is a real shame. We'll let that dry, and then I'll try and press it down and see what happens. It's actually shrunken back too. Yeah, I think it's going to be a winner, I'm afraid. It's just too brittle, and you can actually see it. It's shrunken back too quite a lot. So look at that. Yeah, what a pity. We'll just have to leave it. Okay guys, so we've got the rear bumper bar ready to get assembled onto the car. I've got our indicators hella good. And what are you doing in there? Oh, he's playing battery. Ah, that's right.
The oven's cold. Nothing else today.
Yeah, we're getting the battery in. Anyway, so this is what's going on, guys. We're almost ready to get this thing started up. We've just got to find a couple of long bolts for the bumper bar to get that installed. And then we'll bring you back in for a little bit of a test drive. Scooby over there doing her job really well today. Where did our quality control expert go?
She left the building, yeah.
Oh, righto guys, look at this. We've got bumper bars and number plates and all kinds of fancy things happening here. I think we're almost ready to go and take this for a bit of a test spin.
No.
Oh, I've just been told no, we're not. What's happening? Now what we're not going to do is put the new
hubcaps and dress rings on yet because these are the dress rings. If you didn't know, they look like a UFO. Yeah, well, that's yeah. We don't want to give it into the roadworthy place because they'll probably wreck them. So you know, we've got these brand new, beautiful chrome hubcaps. So we're going to leave all that off. We'll just represent it like this, and call it good. So that part's done. Oh, you're right. Yes, the squirter.
Squirter bottle?
Yeah,
But
squirter
don't do
bottle.
that now. We can just get it on the ramp, off the ramp. Get the,
Yeah, we're going to get the ute up here in a minute, guys. We've got some cool stuff to put on the ute. So that's next. Let's pack.
You on?
Yep, go for it.
Oh, hang a sec. I've got no throttle cable. I didn't send the throttle cable, remember?
He's got no throttle cable, everybody. You're not going anywhere, man.
Not in a hurry anyway.
Not in a hurry. Dog.
Not in a hurry.
What,
Yeah, you would.
what quality control expert are you? Who are you? Are you new on the scene? Does that mean we're all going to be fired? Okay. Yes.
Oh no, issue.
Oh no. Really?
Issues.
Not even close. Shit.
Wow.
See, we don't rehearse things around here. Did you see that? Have another look.
Now what are we going to do?
Now what are we going to do? We're screwed. That's missing. Oh, dude, that's missing by a lot. That's like 6 mil.
Yeah.
6, 7 mil.
So we have to undo the brackets on the body and drop it and slide the top out. Are they right down? Are they right out?
Only go in one spot.
No, there's slides on it, on the bumper.
Yes, that's got to come this way. Yes.
And then we put it on the ground.
All right. 5 seconds, we'll be back.
5.
All right, so we've adjusted the. Look at that, just makes it. Woohoo! Just move the bumper back a little bit. Try again. There we go. Great. No, I like your windscreen, mate.
Doesn't spot that.
One of the brake lights isn't working. Left. That's working. Yeah. Brake light not working. Probably a globe. Try the Parkers. Oh. Indicators work. Try Parkers, you reckon are on? Yeah, that globe over there is not working at all. That'll just be the red ones out. Try the front. Ooh. That's Parker. That one's not working. Yeah, both of those are working.
So globe.
Hey?
Probably a globe in that one.
Yeah, the little one's not.
So which of the brake lights, which of the Parkers didn't work on this side? In the rear?
Everything on that side back there didn't work apart.
Nothing.
Indicator worked. That's it.
Okay. That's interesting.
What about indicators at the front? No. Nothing. No indicators.
Okay. That's right. So it dries at the moment. Just check the bonnet.
Electrical stuff, not my forte.
Okay, let's see if we get usuals up here.
All right. That can stay there for now. It looks very nice. Okay, we're starting up the ute. Single cab. Let's do it. Come on. We've got some issues with this thing with the fuel delivery. You think? Yeah. Yeah, mine would have.
That's way too long.
Yeah, that would have coughed and spluttered if it was mine. So
That's why we changed the fuel pump
yeah, we're changing the fuel pump
to electric.
to an electric one because we've just had nothing but troubles with the mechanical one.
I don't know how good that one is. Might be a Chinese one.
Could be Chinesium. Kind of does look a bit Chinesium, doesn't it? But yeah, we've got some issues, so we're going to yeah, delete this and go with an electric one. Alright, she's running. Straight. Oh, that's the bumper bar. Bumper bar? Must be. Yeah. Guys, so what we've done is we're draining the tank at the moment. We're going to put obviously an electric fuel pump, which we have mounted just up there for now, and we'll do all the plumbing for that. But what did we find? What was the issue? Well, what were we testing for?
We were testing to make sure the carbies were getting fuel. Right.
And here's our pressure gauge.
So it was running about 4 psi, and because the needle's not on 0, I figured that's okay. It's supposed to run at 3.5.
Right.
Right. It's good between 4.5 and 5 on the bounce, but didn't go over that. But what happened when I turned it off, the pressure started dropping down, which it shouldn't do. It should maintain the pressure. So I don't know what's going on there. So either needle and seat aren't working in the carbies so well, or it was going back through the petrol pump and going back in, or leaking through the petrol pump somewhere. So I blocked off the return line to the tank, but the pressure still drops. So,
and what issue we're having is if we leave the vehicle overnight,
seems like the carbies are drained out.
It's it's hard to start. And once it does start,
turn it.
Only one bank runs for
a little bit,
and then the second.
Yeah, this one seems to run first. What's closer to the T intersection. So I don't know where the fuel's going when it's not operating. I mean, the float chamber should stay full, but apparently it's evaporating within a week or so, which is not the same as a Beetle.
Mm.
So I don't know about the carby if there's an internal leak. So what I was going to do, if I have problems next time, is to take one of the carbies off and see if I can pressurise it and see if have it level and see if there's anything leaking through the carby under pressure.
Yeah. It's one of those things because we're not savvy on the twin carby setups.
Yeah. So when I first got the fuel level when the tank's low is about there. So it was sucking from the top to try and get fuel out of the tank, but I reckon it was sucking air because that was rotating on the top input to the fuel pump. So maybe get a bit of air into it. But when I fill the tank up, I have just got the fuel level to that point there when the tank's full. I thought it would have been up here somewhere, but it seems to be that low. So, yeah. It's only a small tank though.
We will investigate and continue.
So, what's going on now? You can see how I added up really nicely.
That was brilliant. How'd you manage that so quickly?
We have issues with this single cab. Now, the issues are, let's go through them.
Well,
there's a lot of issues.
I first got it running. It was running fantastic. Loved it. It was good. 300 k's in, all of a sudden it's gone up a hill, given it heaps, and it's given this whopping great backfire. And I pulled the carby off, and there were bits of brass in the jets and stuff like that. And I thought, okay, it's got to be a carby issue. And yeah, it kept on doing it. So I tried cleaning it, and it worked again, and it stopped working again, and it worked again, and stopped working again. I thought, okay, this 7 times this happened. Then I changed the distributor, changed the coil, changed the leads, changed the plugs, did the gaps, checked the tappets. Everything else was okay. So I got to the bloke who gave me the engine and asked him for a replacement carb, and he's given me one, and it stopped backfiring now, which is brilliant. Now all I have to do is balance the carbies again. So we sort of like...
Now, for the viewers, these are copies of Weber's, is that correct?
45s.
45s, ID 45s. So not original Weber's, and yeah.
So I don't know if that's the issue, but the carbies are a little bit, I don't know if they're that well matched to each other. Anyway, so I've got to try and play. I really need to do it on a dyno. I don't have a dyno to find out what the issues are. So I'm just playing with it, see if I can get an improvement, and then book a dyno in and get it on. But the dynos are all booked out at the moment, so it's a bit of a wait game and play while I wait. So yeah. So I took the plugs out a week ago. 1, 2, and 3 were working nicely, but number 4 showed a discoloration that wasn't the same as the others. So I had all set it up the same flow rates and the same mixture by RPM gauge to make sure that, you know, lean it out till she drops and pick it up again. And they all supposedly were running about the same. So I'm just changing lead on number 4 because that was the plug that was a different colour and it didn't look like it had been firing. But anyway, we'll find out. So yeah,
Okay.
that's where we're at.
That's it. All right, we'll keep going. And then obviously we have the 64 Beetle as well, which we're going to continue with that
Yeah,
today.
I'm just going to take this out and start it up and drive it out.
All right.
It drives, but it just wants to fight. The cars keep wanting to fight each other.
Yep, gotcha. All right, so we're going to pop him down, pop it down.
Pop it down. I got to move the hoist over a bit too, because I can't get the orange car in fully. I got to move about 6 inches back that way.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, because I got the car too far forward this way.
Ah.
So, the end of the burnout's where I should be. That little skinny mark there.
Yeah, I see what you mean. So yeah, that's all right. We'll get that down.
Piece of tape here.
Yeah, right.
Just a quarter of a turn, it's actually made improvement.
It has. Sounded good when you took off.
It seems to be fighting down really low, but once I get the revs up, it's not a problem.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'll wind it up a bit more.
Yeah, see if that helps. Yeah. Okay, one of the next things we have been playing around with is on the Ute motor. We actually added a breather pipe coming out of the top there, and you can see we're running the pipe on the top over to a little catch can over in the corner there. Yeah, it's just one of these little things I picked up on eBay, and I thought, let's try it. Bit of an experiment to see whether it actually does anything. But yeah, we'll see what happens. That's one more job done. Now, the other thing is, if I come up, just get this out of the way. Let's turn this torch off. Right, if we come up to the top here, we also have another stoplight. Dun, dun, dun. I've got another one of those for Oven Boy from the States, so done. Look at that. We've got to just do a bit of wiring here, obviously. Run this down the inside of the tube. And then you'll have his own little vintage brake stoplight. Very cool. Right, next. Okay, so we've just buttoned up a few things in here. We've got to get the accelerator cable sorted, which I've just gone and welded a little piece on the end of that, just so it'll reach the linkage, and then we can get that sorted. So that's one bit done. We've got some earthing issues with the globes. Oven Boy's doing domestic duties. Look at him, he's out there. Say hi to the camera, mate.
Hi! Domestic child here.
What else are we doing? Oh, I need the little bungy things for the badge so we can stick it in the bonnet.
Rubber bungy bits.
Yeah, see this thing here, I've got to get this installed.
You're not pulling me off duties, are you?
No.
My wife won't understand.
No, she won't. No.
I've got some somewhere.
Okay. All right, windscreen wipers are in. Unfortunately, the running boards didn't fit.
No,
We've got later model ones. Scooby did try and tell us that they weren't going to fin, but we weren't listening to her. And now she's, look at it, licking her lips saying, "You idiots, you both screwed up." Isn't that right? She's loving life. Yeah. Anyway, she's getting there slowly. We've got running boards to go, a few other little bits and pieces, and then we'll get this thing on the road. We've got to find the bits and pieces. This is the big problem we've got right now. Just have a look at, see what's going on inside this Beetle here.
This is my storage bin.
What is going on in here, mate?
There's 3 cars in here.
There's 3 cars in here.
Hey, here's some stuff. What do we got here?
Jeez Louise, man. We still have to do the wiper washer bottle inside here. You can have a look. So we've actually just got this new little washer bottle thingy. I don't know what, looks like a weird little vacuum cleaner, but anyway. We've got to get some new tubing for it just to run it to the reservoir. And then we can button up all the rest of this stuff. We've got a new cover, new plastic cover here. ABS plastic, which is pretty cool. Get that done. But we are going to get this thing off the lift now. We're going to get the Red Baron on the lift, and we've got to do some work to that. Where are you going?
Where I gotta park it, man. The car park's
Have a look at this place. That's like a parking lot. What the hell?
those reject cars over there.
I don't know if it's the official name or I'm calling it the Red Baron because.
Buggerlugs?
Yeah. Well, what do you call it? Buggerlugs.
Buggerlugs.
Buggerlugs. I reckon if you get those other wheels on it,
How about we ask Steamop Garage viewers what should we call the Red Baron?
yeah. Well, this is a good point. Now, we have another set of the wheels that are on my Ute, which are those Randar copy, the RDW copies. We've got a set for this. Now that, I think personally, it's going to make it look like the Red Baron because it's going to have that Iron Cross kind of biplane World War I look about it. What do you guys reckon? Should we call that the Red Baron once we put those wheels on it? I don't know. You know what's going to happen with the wheels though? You're not going to have the deep dishy bit at the back. Is that an issue?
Yeah, might have to go back to standard guards.
No, we don't want to do that. Well, maybe see what they look like. You got to try it. Yeah. There you go.
We don't know yet. We don't know.
Anyway, we're going to do some work to it. What is being done to it?
What, that one?
The Red Baron, yeah. What are we doing?
Huge maintenance schedule. I've got to get the gas system going again, so I have to wind the copper around the exhaust.
Oh, okay.
It needs a service. I've got to do, well, at the moment, just basically just get it running nicely again. It's still running okay, but I just have to do some maintenance.
It's running on fuel though, not
yeah,
gas.
I want to run on LPG at the same time.
Yeah, fair enough. All right.
It's been a few years since it's been running on gas.
Let's, yeah, and you don't want to leave that wear out, do you? Right, next, we need to put the exhaust back on. We've been playing around with the Red Baron, as I call it, and we had to play around with the exhaust system just because we did. Got a little bit of a copper, a little copper section here that we've added, and that will be revealed why we have a wrapped copper piece around the exhaust pipe. As you guys know, this is on gas. So, and when I mean gas, I mean LPG gas, as we call it gas in Australia. You can see the MK little unit in the corner there, and that little copper piece there is where the water goes through and it heats up the water. And then we've got a little water section underneath here. We're going to get this installed back in the bug. Let's do it. Okay guys, so we have done a little bit of work on the Ute today, a little bit of work on the Red Baron, a little bit of work on the 64. We've got running boards to come, which we said. We're just making a little thread here for the mirror because that got snapped inside and we're not going to pull the pin out. And we've got to get one of the seats reupholstered. Oh, there's a little tear inside it which will get fixed at a later stage, but apart from that, this thing is almost ready for roadworthy, and then we can start doing some drives with it. Get the hubcaps on it, new hubcaps, and dressed little chrome rings on it. But it's raining, and I reckon that's probably going to be it for today's effort. So we'll see you in another episode shortly, and stay funky.